This is Empress Kwamine, and you're listening to High EQ Woman. I like to talk about emotional intelligence and emotional empowerment and how we can use these emotions to move us towards our goals. Forgiveness is so important, and I'm just realizing that. I think a lot of us suppress and repress a lot of emotions that we feel don't serve us. But the truth is, you really do have to feel it to heal it. For example, the emotion of anger. A lot of us try to spiritually bypass it and skip ahead to just love and light. When the truth is, we really do need to identify what we're feeling. Because of course the goal is to elevate to a more pleasant emotion, to heal it. Because who wants to walk around with anger all day? Honestly, it's poisonous when it's just sitting there, stagnant and unattended to and avoided and unaddressed. And so then it expands into something bigger. And so that's where forgiveness comes in. Because you can't really get to acceptance before you feel those deep, deep emotions. I thought acceptance was like the rungs of ladder getting to the next steps in raising your frequency. And while acceptance is a very powerful tool that we have, you can't just skip past all the emotions. You have to feel it, and you have to recognize that it's there. And then you have to dive into it. You have to observe it, and you have to ask questions. And then you sit there and you feel it in your body. When you start naming the emotions and you're like, oh, that's what it is. But forgiveness, that is the most powerful, the most powerful way for us to really move forward. But you have to feel whatever that emotion is first. You have to admit that you're angry about something and not be ashamed of that anger, because it's all valid. But once you start sitting with it and asking questions to yourself in a safe space, because you're going to be expressing it and you want to feel comfortable to be vulnerable in that space, to really dive deep into these emotions. This is what you call shadow work. And then you can start moving forward after you see it for what it is. You're asking the questions, you're seeing where it originated, why you feel that way. And then you're asking yourself, is there anything that I can do? Is there anything that I've done? Am I giving too much power to other people or external situations and elements and energies? Where do I fit in this? And this is how you bring the power back to you and you empower yourself. Because it starts out with, oh, I'm going to forgive them for this. But when it gets to, I'm going to forgive myself for allowing them to make me feel like this, or allowing this situation to make me feel like this. I believe that's where you're really moving up and you're able to get to that forgiveness. And that's where the healing comes in. And that's when the inner peace comes in. And that's when we start seeing life through a different lens, a more healed perspective. And then we're aligning with more healing energies. But if we don't look at it and we don't sit with it, we don't even know it's there. And so we're walking around self-sabotaging without even knowing it. We're ignorant to it, and that's dangerous. So there's so much power in forgiveness. Just as much power as it is in sitting with the emotions that are quote unquote lower than that, like anger. This is how we heal ourselves. And it's a beautiful journey. It doesn't happen all in one day. And that's the beauty of it. Thank you for listening. My name is Empress Kwamine, and this is High EQ Woman. See you later. Peace.